Welcome back, Questers, to our routine of opening the scriptures. Let's continue exploring the Bible with Genesis chapter 25. Well, hey, Quester community. Good morning to you. I'm glad you're joining us for another day of Quester Roots, our routine of opening the scriptures. We're almost a month into this. Today, we're on day 25 in Genesis chapter 25. God's word is a lamp to our feet and a light to our path. If we're going to be Jesus' disciples, we need to know his Bible. And if we want our lives to bear sweet fruits, we need our hearts to take deep roots into his word. So, Questers, let's get rooted. Genesis chapter 25. Abraham had taken another wife, whose name was Keturah. She bore him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Jokshan was the father of Sheba and Dedan. The descendants of Dedan were the Ashurites and the Leturshites and the Leumites. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Hanok, Abida, and Eldaah. All these were descendants of Keturah. Abraham left everything he owned to Isaac. But while he was still living, he gave gifts to the sons of his concubines and sent them away from his son Isaac to the land of the east. Abraham lived 175 years. Then Abraham breathed his last and died at a good old age, an old man and full of years. And he was gathered to his people. His sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, near Mamre, in the field of Ephron, son of Zohar the Hittite, the field Abraham had bought from the Hittites. There Abraham was buried with his wife Sarah. After Abraham's death, God blessed his son Isaac, who then lived near Beer Lahairoi. This is the account of the family line of Abraham's son Ishmael, whom Sarah's slave Hagar the Egyptian bore to Abraham. These are the names of the sons of Ishmael, listed in the order of their birth. Nebaioth, the firstborn of Ishmael, Kedar, Adbeel, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jetur, Nephish, and Kedema. These were the sons of Ishmael, and these are the names of the 12 tribal rulers according to their settlements and camps. Ishmael lived 137 years. He breathed his last and died, and he was gathered to his people. His descendants settled in the area from Havilah to Shur, near the eastern border of Egypt as you go to Ashur, and they lived in hostility toward the tribes related to them. This is the account of the family line of Abraham's son Isaac. Abraham became the father of Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah, daughter of Bethuel the Aramean from Paddan Aram, and sister of Laban the Aramean. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was childless. The Lord answered his prayer, and his wife Rebekah became pregnant. The babies jostled each other within her, and she said, "Why is this happening to me?" So she went to inquire of the Lord. The Lord said to her, "2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples from within you will be separated. One people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger." When the time came for her to give birth, there were twin boys in her womb. The first to come out was red. His whole body was like a hairy garment, so they named him Esau. After this, his brother came out with his hand grasping Esau's heel, so he was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when Rebekah gave birth to them. The boys grew up, and Esau became a skillful hunter, a man of the open country, while Jacob was content to stay at home among the tents. Isaac, who had a taste for wild game, loved Esau, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Once when Jacob was cooking some stew, Esau came in from the open country, famished. He said to Jacob, "Quick, give me some of that red stew. I'm famished." That is why he was also called Edom. Jacob replied, "First, sell me your birthright." "Look, I am about to die," Esau said. "What good is the birthright to me?" But Jacob said, "Swear to me first." So he swore an oath to him, selling his birthright to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau some bread and some lentil stew, and he ate and drank and got up and left. So Esau despised his birthright. The grass withers, its flower falls away, but the word of the Lord endures forever. Today, Genesis chapter 25. Got a couple big questions bum-tumbling around my brain that I want to share with you. The first is, what is with God reversing the order of the birthright? Ishmael was the firstborn of Abraham, but it was Isaac who was the promised child. Now Isaac has two sons, Esau and Jacob, and it's Jacob, the younger of the two, who ends up getting the blessing. This is really confusing to me. My second question is this. Why is it that parents sometimes play favorites? In this chapter, it seems as though Isaac loved Esau, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Why is it that parents and families are so broken and dysfunctional? Do you ever feel like sometimes others play favorites and you get left out? That doesn't feel very good, does it? Well, what are your questions about this chapter? I'd love to hear them in the comments below, or you can send us a letter to our P.O. Box. You can find the address to that at our website, questercommunity.com. Well, as always, I'd like to end this episode and this chapter of the Bible by giving a big thank you to Frank and Lucy and Jacob Ortega. Thank you so much for being gospel givers and Quester investors who help make these videos possible. We love making these videos for kids to explore God's Word, and it's only possible because of our Quester investors like you. Thank you so much. Well, hope to see the rest of you Questers tomorrow for Genesis chapter 26. We're on a quest to read the Bible.